Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. So obviously I'm in a new place right now. I'm in a hotel in Los Angeles, California for the next couple of days. Yeah, I don't know. This isn't exactly what I had expected either. I was planning on making videos on a laptop that I brought with, but the laptop is currently just a black screen. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it broke when I was in the plane or what, but my laptop's not working. So we're recording some phone videos. We're gonna make the best of a bad situation because we still obviously have some stories to talk about. There's still news coming out and updates to stories we have been talking about. So that's kind of the plan for today. Definitely make sure you guys still check out the first link in the description below for my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/I_am_germ. I would appreciate that a ton. Drop a follow, maybe a prime, maybe a sub. Also, my computer screen just turned on, so maybe the next video today will be actually recorded on this laptop, but I wouldn't count on it. But what we are talking about today is the Fnatic top lane situation. This is funny, but not funny. Recently, since I've been working full time and I've had to, just be at work more often, I can't be at my computer able to record videos all day long. A lot of the times I will have to pre-record videos and kind of put them out the next day. I try to, put out videos that have the most up-to-date information that also still fits my schedule. I'm not a full-time content creator, so one of the videos I had scheduled to come out yesterday was Fnatic top lane news. And I still think it was a fine video because it was a very, very big story talking about how Fnatic had offered their top lane position to Cabochard, and he had rejected them. And I thought that was really important for a couple of reasons. One, it seemed like Fnatic was really, really interested in Cabochard. Crazy. Not necessarily crazy, but interesting. Also, Cabochard rejected Fnatic to go to K-Corp, or to stay at K-Corp. That's a very, very big story. But then also, to me, it showed that Fnatic wasn't necessarily looking at huge imports. They were looking at just a kind of a regular European top laner. Cabochard's good, but he's not so insane. It's not like, oh, Fnatic got Cabochard, now they round out their roster perfectly, So I thought that was really, really interesting. But it was just funny. I posted that video right after some new Fnatic top lane news came out, and that is the news that Fnatic is either close to finalizing a deal or now has finalized a deal with Wunder. So I know that video got a lot of comments like, oh, what the heck, dude? Did you not see the Fnatic Wunder stuff? It was a pre-recorded video. I'm doing my best. I'm getting you guys the latest news, and still, the Fnatic Cabochard stuff was still a big story in and of itself. So yes, it was funny how it went down, but I'm not super upset. I don't think anyone else should be super upset. I've posted over 600 videos this year. I do my best to get you guys the latest news. And I still get to everything eventually. Here we are, still talking about the Fnatic Wunder stuff less than 24 hours after the news came out. I don't think that's too bad, but it was funny because in that video, I was talking about how, from what I had been hearing, it wasn't going to be Fnatic Wunder for a couple of reasons. One, we know that the G2 players all had pretty big buyouts that weren't super enticing to hardly any teams. That's why we've seen Mickey struggle to get on a team. We've seen Wunder struggle to get on a team. We've seen Reckless struggle to get on a team. It seems like Carlos really overvalued his players, overpriced them, or the market has just shifted in such a way that people aren't interested in paying the buyouts that they once were. So that obviously wasn't super, super attractive to Fnatic. And then, maybe they just weren't interested in Wunder that much in general. Maybe they were going to be interested in Wunder at a certain price, whatever. And yeah, that's just kind of what I had been hearing. Wooloo had talked about that a little bit previously, that it just didn't seem like Fnatic was going to go for Wunder. And I think in a way that was still kind of proven right because Fnatic offered the spot to Cabo. So if they were going to offer that spot to Cabochard, they couldn't have been too interested in Wunder, Wunder at least wasn't their first choice. Now, was Wunder their second choice? I'm not sure. But we also do know that throughout this entire offseason, Carlos has been constantly lowering the buyouts of those G2 players. I do believe that the final number I think I read for the Fnatic buyout for Wunder from G2 was 600,000. Either 600 or 650,000 euros, one of those two. And I think the Wunder buyout, correct me if I'm wrong, started at 1.5 million euros at the beginning of the offseason. So that is a significant drop, over a 50% reduction in the buyout cost. So, Carlos was definitely way, way off. And you could see how, desperation kind of set in at some point throughout this offseason where he's willing to take what, 45% of what his original asking price was for a guy like Wunder. Now, yeah, Wunder isn't coming off the best year of his career, and yes, there are definitely some question marks about him going forward, whether he's past his prime, whether he's going to be able to regain that focus, whether he's going to be able to regain that fire, that drive, all that stuff. We'll have to wait and see, but he still has a very, very insane resume. He's still a very, very talented and skilled player. You know, world finalist, MSI champion, world semifinalist, all that stuff, just like all the other G2 players, obviously. But also, this Fnatic team, when they have 4 really, really great players, like I think Razork, Humanoid, Upset, Hylissang, I think is a really, really nice lineup. And for Fnatic, there isn't a lot of great, for anybody, there's not a lot of great top laners in the West, but the spot that Fnatic was in, they were going to have to start deciding between, do we want to shell out some money for Wunder, or do we want to go with like a straight up huge question mark of an ERL top laner, maybe an SLT, maybe a Segenda, maybe even somebody, you know, more that you don't know about. I've heard people say like, oh, maybe they should have went with like Aggressivu or something like that. And I don't know. I don't think it's really time for Fnatic to go super, super young at any of their positions. I think they have a roster that is capable of winning now. I think this Fnatic roster in 2022 is going to be very, very talented. And I think if things break their way, they could do a lot of damage. I think this is a team that I think really could go as far as like the semifinals at Worlds or something like that. And I think if you have a team with that kind of talent potential, I think you go for more veterans, go for more proven talent. You know, if you want to build towards the future in academy, or if this team doesn't work out and you want to build for the future after that, I think that's fine. But while you have this many talented players all on one team, we've seen how fast rosters can change, how fast lineups change, how fast things blow up. Once you have these players in place, I think you really should go for it. So I do think it's cool that Fnatic is going out and getting a veteran in Wunder. I think he's going to do good. Also, it's going to be very, very interesting now. We get to see Wunder playing against G2. We get to see Perks playing against G2. And at the end of the day, when I look at these rosters on paper, I think Wunder and Perks are right now on better teams than G2. I think Vitality has a better roster than G2 on paper headed into 2022. I think Fnatic has a better team on paper headed into 2022. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see these guys playing up against our old team. Obviously, there's going to be a little extra fire there, a little extra motivation to stick it to Carlos. So that's going to be very, very interesting to watch. There's going to be a ton of storylines in the LEC that are absolutely just going to write themselves. And I know there were some jokes like, we've seen how Carlos was just saying, there's no way I'd ever let Perks go to Fnatic. There's no way I'm ever going to have that. And then he just sells off Wunder to Fnatic. You know, is that like a slap in the face to Wunder? Is that some disrespect? Is that him taking some shots there? I don't know. Very, very funny. But yeah, huge, huge news. It looks like Fnatic has finally rounded out their roster. They have their 5th man. They have their man in the top lane. And Wunder is no longer at McDonald's. He's headed to Fnatic, so good for him as well. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so, so much, especially while we're going through tough times on the hotel life right now. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about Fnatic Wunder or this Fnatic lineup in general? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, tip today, and all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.